you guys see it? Am I filming it right? I hope y'all can see that shit. It's beautiful. This is what it looks like to leave the house. This is what it looks like to leave the house. What's up? Gotta make sure that I'm in the right lane. As it turns out, I'm in the right lane. I could turn my life into a musical if I so desire, and I do desire. I could easily do this because I'm so good at rhyming as well as good timing. That was on the spot, ad-libbed. And yes, we really are going in the right lane. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, so I did comedy tonight, and I did better than anybody else. And like the majority of people bombed tonight, and I mean, it was a tough crowd anyway, but people were like, you need to open for Doug Stanhope. I've already talked to Doug Stanhope, like email-wise. I mean, he doesn't know who I am. He's patted my head, though. He's patted my head. He probably doesn't remember doing that shit because he was drunk. But when is he not drunk? He patted my head at Zany's. I think even he is, like, keeping it tame. Dave Chappelle is keeping it tame. A lot of these comedians, I mean, they're still doing comedy. Their stuff's still funny, but they're just not pushing it. They're not as edgy as they used to be. And that's what happens when you let the weakest members of society control everything, okay? I haven't done this joke yet because I don't know if it'll fly, because I realize that if I can get liberals to laugh at my shit, then I can get everybody. So they all really appreciate me, though. Well, you haven't done any pro-Trump stuff lately. Well, yeah, because I'm not that enthused about it. It's just like the more that I peel back, you know, like the saying, like, peel the onion. It's like the more that I do that, the more I'm just like, fuck everything, you know? And a lot of people say fuck Trump, but he's just like one representation of it, you know? You gotta say fuck the whole pie, you know, not just fuck this one piece of it. I don't understand why people bitch about the police, but they don't bitch about all the other factions of the government that are equally, if not more, corrupt, you know? I just think that people need to re-educate themselves because a lot of them have been completely indoctrinated. Now, I know that was their plan all along, and they have succeeded very well. I mean, all these major institutions, corporations now, the media, of course, all the celebrities, all the entertainment industry, it's all pushing the same shit. And yet, for some reason, these people keep thinking they're rebelling. They're rebelling against the system that allows you to rebel, you know? Oh shit, I just got honked at. I wonder why. Do you think they're honking at you to speed up? Or do you think that they're honking at you to move? Or I don't know. They might be honking at you because you're shooting a video in the rain. Oh my god. So you guys, I've been joking about God a lot. And it's cool because all that stuff is flying. It really is. They all think I'm doing fucking satire. It's so great. Because they're all on the left, so they think I'm doing satire. They have no idea what's going on. They're like, oh, it's absurd. Absurd, yes. Conspiracies are so absurd. Asking questions is so absurd. Reading books, doing research, so absurd. Yes, I'm definitely in my element tonight, if you can't tell. Jesus, I want people to be the fuck away from me. I want you to leave. All you motherfuckers behind me, fucking leave. I will slow the fuck down. I will go even slower, you pieces of shit. I will go even slower than I'm already going. Watch it happen. Watch it happen. Here we go. Here we go. Fuck you, bitches. I'm going fucking 40 miles an hour. I don't give a fuck that it's the motherfucking interstate. I've been saying a lot. I don't give a motherfucker. I just think that's hilarious for some reason, you know. You gotta play around with the swear words. There are a lot of people that I like that they don't believe that women should swear. Well, fuck you. I'm the exception to the rule, but naturally I agree with you. Women need to be a little bit more ladylike. It's not ladylike to rip out your offspring. That's not ladylike. That's unladylike. Strictly unladylike. Ladies don't do that. Ladies are responsible. That's the thing. It's not just about women behaving badly. Men need to stop spreading their seed around too. I am equally critical of everybody, okay? But speaking of that, I'm very critical right now. So, how much time we got? Almost 7 minutes. You just been talking good. Talking real good. Alright, so I did comedy tonight, did very well, did better than anybody. Yay, go me, go the Lord, because Lord gets all the credit. I just had 9 years of sobriety, baby. 9 years of sobriety in 2 days. Thanks be to God. See, I remember asking God to remove that desire to drink, and I was about 3 months sober. And I've been sober before, and that wasn't nothing to me. It's never anything to me to get sober. It's never anything for me to quit shit. Even cigarettes, it's like, it's still just a decision. You just make a decision and you stick to it, and you pray that you can get through it. It's really not that hard if you just look at it very simply. But so many people want to make it complicated, which is why they have to go to a cult, you know. And I did a bunch of jokes about that shit, and everybody laughed at that shit, which surprised me because they usually don't get stuff about 12 steps. But it's like, dude, I think everybody recognizes that the 12-step program is a cult, which is hilarious because they don't know that politics is also a cult, you know? I'm not a Trump supporter enough to go to fucking rally. Those people are insane. It is funny watching them get riled up, though. I'm amused by everything, yo. I'm so amused. Like, I'm also horrified. And I don't think that people trust that everything has a plan, everything has a reason. People don't trust that, which is why they fight stuff so much. Well, I don't fight it. I just accept it. All the people can't accept shit, those are people that are still fucked up, and they'll always be fucked up, because nothing you do will ever satisfy these people, man. But anyway, I was talking about doing some house shows. And people were all down with that idea, considering what's going on. It's funny. Society just keeps swinging my way, because my way has always been the right way, baby cakes. It's always been the right way. I'm trying to save people, as many people as I can. So I try to give away as much as possible. Especially because people think I have like white privilege or some shit. I'll tell you what privilege I have, schizophrenic privilege. Because like I'm way funnier than all these other motherfuckers. And that's really because I'm at an advantage. I'm funny, like naturally just funny. You know, like she's funny, like weird. That kind of funny. I guess it is haha funny some of the time, but it's like terrible, terrible. Your life must be miserable, you know. But it's kind of interesting to watch you self-destruct, kind of. It's like everything I said landed tonight. It was so weird. I just assumed I would bomb tonight, too. Like, literally everything that I did worked. But I had Christ with me. I literally took up my beaded cross. That's my good luck charm. I just gotta always take the beaded cross, and we will make it in this sick and cruel world. I really hate this world. I do. You guys have no idea how much I hate this world. But God still created it. God's still in it. And even though the devil is everywhere, mainly in your TV, that's mainly where the devil hangs out. Not this channel though. This is one of the few that isn't sponsored by the devil. Just I don't want to make money. I do think the money's the root of all evil. I completely agree with people that hate money. If they hate money, why do they want like what they call free money from the government? That just doesn't make sense. I don't know. I'm trying to get people to understand my perspective, but it's like I have a very counterculture view of like everything. But anyway, after we did comedy tonight, we were all smoking weed, and it started raining, and there was this chick that walked up to us, a black chick, and she walked up to us and she asked us if we knew what time the bus came, and like they were just telling her a bunch of bullshit. I'm pretty sure they were all lying, and I mean it was obvious like what her predicament was, like she wasn't going to be able to get home, and you know she's going to ask for a ride, and it started pouring down rain, and they all just like acted like they didn't even fucking hear her, and I was just like, come on, man. And I guess we just left the ghetto. I don't even know if it was, I don't think it was the ghetto. It really wasn't that bad. They just say that if like anything's close to TSU, they think it's the ghetto. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like people are so fucking afraid of somebody. But I was just like, you know, this is the chance that I take. Like when because you get a vibe from people, you know? I didn't get that vibe from her, first of all. But second, regardless of a race, you know, it's funny to me, like, the way that I see it is, like, hopefully they won't do anything. And by they, I mean just anybody that wants to harm me. Anybody. Hopefully, because I'm such a good person, they won't rob me because I'm doing something nice for them. Because they'll feel bad about it, you know? But see, I believe in Jesus Christ, and I believe that Jesus will fucking protect me. And honestly, I wasn't worried about that at all. Because like I said, I didn't get that vibe. If you get that vibe, you know, okay, this person wants to fuck with me, you know? But they're usually not asking for I mean, well, sometimes they are, actually, I take that back. But, you know, luckily I've never been in that situation. There was this one time, a white kid made me really nervous. And we were going, in and out of the ghetto looking for fucking drugs, and he was on drugs, like he was on all these fucking pills, and you know I just felt uncomfortable, and I literally just dropped him off in the ghetto. I didn't give a fuck. So I was like, he's on pills, he doesn't give a fuck, and I feel nervous. But it was because of him. It had nothing to do with where we were. It was weird, and I just ended up leaving, going home, just accepting that I didn't have a bag of weed. You know, like you end up in situations that you don't want to end up in. I never want to be put in that situation again. I gave that lady an edible. Her name was Jasmine. She's 21. She said she works for like twice daily. See, I was like, oh, she works at the gas station. Like, we can talk about that. That's all, what we talked about. And it's crazy because she sat in the back seat. I'm like, dude, you could have sat up here, bitch. Like, I mean, I got a bunch of shit though, you know. Got a bunch of shit. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, for a lot of people, they don't believe in God. For a lot of people, they don't believe that white people aren't racist. You know, it's like you have to be what you want to represent in the world, you know? I don't want black people to think that white people are racist, so why would I, like,
Be like, oh no, I'm gonna pretend that you don't need my help, you know? And it's like, that's the thing, that's the right thing to do. There was this one time, there was this lady on the side of the road who had her emergency lights on, and she was waving on the side of the road, and I didn't stop. And I'll always think about that lady. And I remember at the time, like, thinking, well, I can't really do shit for her, you know, because I don't have a smartphone, I don't have a GPS, I don't fuck with any of that. So it's like, if she needed technology, I couldn't provide it. But I always think about that, because I could have at least stopped and seen what she needed. And hopefully, you know, she looked like a Karen. They seem to love, they love to talk about that stuff now. It's so funny, the stuff that you can say versus the stuff you can't, because the host of the mic was making all these Me Too jokes. It was funny because I was like, dude, this a couple years ago, this would not fly, and now it's fine. Now it's old news. So we'll be able to talk about George Floyd probably about 2 months. You know, I mean, there's timing for everything. You know, it's a cycle. It's all a cycle. It's all a cycle. But anyway, yeah, comedy's going well. Thank you, y'all. Thank you for supporting me, watching this channel, even though you don't have to, even though you don't want to, you force yourself to. Thank you very much. You know who you are. Frank, thank you very much for watching my channel, even though you know that we don't see eye to eye on this said over and over and over again president. See, that's why I'm just done with all this shit. I'm done with it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. That motherfucker sends me text messages every fucking day. He's like a fucking needy girlfriend that just texts like 10 times a day. Give me money. You're Donald Trump. I've said this before. I'll say it again. You don't need my fucking money. There's a reason you got elected. There's a reason you're number one. It's because you have a lot of fucking money. Capitalist. You know, we need to just humanize it. See, I liked Andrew Yang. If they put Andrew Yang up there, even if it was like a total clusterfuck, I still would have voted for him. Because I just really like the fuck out of Andrew Yang, man. Like, just very genuine dude. Very genuine. And it seems to be going that way anyway. I mean, especially with the stimulus. You know? It's like we totally did what he suggested. And he's right about AI and all that. Asian dude knows what he's talking about. Should have fucking put him in. It's unfortunate. You know, that'd be really cool if Donald Trump. See, I feel like if Donald Trump could just get some liberals on his side, that we can make this country. We really could make the country great again. We really could. If we just had some liberals sort of balance it out. Andrew Yang, he was good. I like Tulsi. She's not really a fucking liberal though. She's I don't know. She's more independent, like conservative Democrat. But I don't know. It doesn't matter anymore. It's all over. So it's funny because people are like, "Oh, well, I'm not going to vote for this guy with dementia." I'm like, there's a reason why they're putting a guy with dementia as the presidential candidate in the Democrat Party. There's a reason they're doing that, you dummy. There's a reason for that. Whoever is going to be his VP is going to be in control. Like, it's so obvious. It's so obvious. I can't believe people can't see that shit. So don't say, oh, I'm not voting for Joe Biden. Say, I'm not voting for Elizabeth Warren. I'm not voting for Kamala Harris. That would be really weird if you picked Kamala Harris, considering their little tiff in the beginning in that first Democrat debate. But it would be ironic, but he probably wouldn't even remember that shit. I don't know. I feel sorry for him. I know he's like a fucking pedophile, but I still feel sorry for him because of the position they're putting him in. I just think it's fucking disgusting. This is what they do, though. This is what they do. It's just all politicians, though. It's not just the Democrat Party. People need to realize the Republican Party is just as bad. The reason why we're in the situation that we're in is because both parties have been completely usurped by communism, and they just can't see it. But anyway, comedy went well. It's fine. I don't even give a shit. I mean, it's so weird because, like, I'm totally against this stuff, but at the same time, it's like, well, just have a sense of humor about it. You'll get through it. You know? I just don't even, I don't care because it's just not worth it. It's not worth it to get all upset about shit like this. You know? It's just not worth it. See, I did the right thing tonight, taking that girl home. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I mean, I'm just saying, I know that that was the right thing to do, and God took care of the situation. Didn't get shot. The thing, it's always fucking sketchy if you're picking up anybody off the street and taking them to a place that you don't know. That's always sketchy. No matter who that person is or where they come from, it's always going to be sketchy. Fucking with someone you don't know. And anyone you don't know, you don't know. But it's like, you know, you gotta do nice things for people. If you wanna like spread good of the world, like at least she's not gonna think all white people are fucking assholes that ignore me and act like I don't have problems that, you know, it's like if you can do just one little thing to like minimize somebody else's pain or somebody else's discomfort or inconvenience or whatever the fuck. It's like, if you could just do one thing, if that's within your grasp, why don't you fucking do it? I don't know, it just makes me mad. Anyway. And it's like she just working at a gas station just trying to get by. I mean, I get it. It's like, yeah, people just don't even give a fuck. They don't have to think about it. I'm sure they stopped thinking about it immediately when they left. And that's what's crazy. It's like just people don't have empathy. They don't have any compassion. And like I said, I want to be like the Grateful Dead of comedians. Somebody told me that I'm like the soccer mom with weed or some shit. I'm like, oh, wonder what they're gonna say when they find out I'm a Trump supporter. Are they still gonna love me? I'm like, oh, you give them enough drugs, they will. It doesn't fucking matter. They want the free shit. That's the thing. You gotta win people over regardless. But I just don't want to talk about it anymore anyway because I'm so bored with all this shit. You know, I'm sick of hearing his name. I'm sick of talking about anything related to him. I'm sick of all the media garbage. Whether it surrounds him or it surrounds anybody or anything. It's just like, dude, I can't do it. Anyway. I'm just bored, y'all. I'm bored with this culture. I mean, the whole reason why we have this president is because of the culture. It's the PC bullshit that got him elected. It's the two-party system that's bullshit that got him elected. It's the inadequacy of the media that got him elected. I mean, I don't understand how people can't see that. It's so obvious, folks. But maybe like I said, schizophrenic privilege. We can see a lot of things. Like, if I whittle this down to all that, that's why they were laughing. Because it's like, yeah, it's satire. I think I'm doing fucking satire. That's hilarious. The joke's on them. The joke's on them. And that's how you win liberals. Yeah, but I don't really know what white privilege looks like, but I definitely know what it sounds like. Okay? It's a bunch of fucking pompous, arrogant, snobby kids. That's like, it's like, I work with them, you know, that's how I look at it. It's like it's a work relationship. I don't look at them like they're friends, you know. It's funny, like, the only people that I'm really friends with are, like, the more marginalized people. Like, I'm friends with this Jewish chick who's, like, 51, and everybody rags on her because she's this old bitch. And, like, but she's crazy. I went to her house, she's just like me. Her house is just like mine. She's crazy. She's, like, 51. And she's, like, the Jewish version of me. And I say that she's my favorite Jewish thing. She's way better than the media. You know, she's probably the brokest Jew that I know. So I'm supposed to roast her. So I'm trying to come up with good jokes. And I'm like, well, you can always make it about Judaism, but, you know, it would be way cooler to make it about her hair, or, like, I don't know, just be a little bit more creative than, like, go with the obvious thing, you know? She's got really cool hair, though. I'm so jealous of her hair. She's got, like, curly gray hair. It's beautiful. beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. She's so lucky. I'm jealous of her. But anyway, ooh, sorry, Fiona. I appreciate you guys sticking this out. You probably haven't. I'm probably talking absolutely nothing, and we almost died just now. Y'all didn't feel it, but we did. We're finally getting off the interstate. It's very exciting. It's been a long drive of getting lost. Like, I got lost with this chick. I guess she had like a GPS system, right? On her smartphone. It's funny. I probably scared her more than she scared me. It's so funny that people want race is a hot button topic, and it's like, dude, just be nice to people, man. just try to do favors to people. You get those favors in return. Maybe you don't get it in this life, you'll get it in the next one. I promise. It's cool. It's cool. You gotta do the right thing. But it's like, how can you turn your back on something? Especially if you call yourself a Christian. Especially if you claim you believe in God and you want to give away gifts and all this shit. It's like I said, if you have the opportunity to make somebody's life better, why don't you fucking do it? It's so weird. I remember this one time, I like, this is ridiculous. I can't believe I did this shit. I shouldn't have done this shit. This one time, I literally like met this guy at an AA meeting in Nashville, and like I drove him to the ATM and gave him like, I don't remember how much I gave him, like $50 or something. And like I knew he was gonna buy drugs too, but he gave me a story. It was so fucking good. I was like, just give him money for that story, baby. But that was probably one of the dumbest things I've ever done. And I know that people would be like, well, you're just gullible or whatever. No, I'm not. Not a Democrat. So, it looks like we're in hell with that red light. I don't even want to make reference to that because that's not funny to me. It's not. It's cool. I'm glad that I'm not so much of a conservative. Like, a lot of people are very crusty about it. I'm not. I don't give a fuck. If it's funny, it's funny. And, like, I love abortion jokes. Abortion jokes are hilarious. But I always strive to write an abortion joke, like where people, they don't know what side I'm on, but then I make a point where it's really obvious what side I'm on and they don't expect it. Anyway. It's weird. A lot of women tell me I'm funny too. That's very strange. Yeah, they're funny until they get like too large a whiff of my opinions and they realize like how sexist I am, and they're like, oh, never mind, I don't like you anymore, bitch. I don't like you anymore. But I met this one chick, she's like a total hippie. She was the one that told me I'm like soccer mom with weed. Like, well, I might be trying to broadcast comedy shows or whatever. I'll put it on some YouTube or whatever. I've already started networking. I don't have to do all that social networking crap to network. You just gotta be able to talk to people. You know? It's hard to talk to people, at least when you're me. Anyway.